Let's go. Another day, another stream. Ooh, another rough throat. Good morning, sir. How's it going? I'm doing a little quick stream. Not gonna be here for long because I still have to go to my Sunday, program. Man, I was so exhausted last night. I got home, moved the stuff off my bed, and I just knocked out. It was so fun. Yeah, dude. Are you working today? Yeah? Ooh, I'll see you there. At 11? I go from, what is it? 4 to 10? Eleven to 7? I'm not gonna see you all day. Man, this music is getting me ready for some freaking Halo minis, dude. I'm so ready. I need my Halo fix. And pronto. When, sir? Honestly, dude, I'm so down. I know Abram's down too. He's been wanting to play some ODST. It's already 3 of us. Who else would be interested in the campaign? I know Jose and Carlos would, but I feel like Jose would feel left out. Especially since, he knows we would be doing that. Oh, which is the latency? Because if you're talking about the latency, like the delay when you play campaigns, yeah, it's pretty bad. Like really, really bad. Unless they fix that issue, it's still there. Yeah, it has really bad latency. What we could do is we could use, you know, I'm not sure if you were there for the time we played a really old RTS game called Red Alert. We used the third-party program that basically through the internet made us do LAN. We could do that so that way we can technically play LAN over the internet and avoid the issue. Because obviously when you're playing LAN, as in like on the same screen, it doesn't do that. Could try that out. I think it's called Hamachi. But the idea is, you know, to play it like anytime you feel like it online too. So we should probably try the Hamachi thing. I'm pretty sure it was called Hamachi. Yeah, I was gonna say I don't remember ODST. If it was just split screen or was it 4-player? I don't remember. It's been a while. Hello, hiya with the how goes, how goes. I'm doing good, thank you. Roll says I was playing Dark Day for a bit, but didn't want to start another operation because it would take like 40 minutes. Lamo. Yeah, it take up quite a bit. In my case, with a new computer, dude, I'm just excited to play like every game with like better graphics and everything, better performance. Want to play some Halo? Want to play some Minecraft with, you know, like all the mods? Want to play some RTS games without the freaking buffering? Play Dark Tide with higher frames and with better graphic fidelity? Yeah, dude, I have a lot of reasons to be excited. Yeah, what's there? Abram's sister was talking about how Tyler and her were gonna kind of like disappointed with how difficult the parasite thing was. Like, it didn't give you really an opportunity to survive, if that makes sense. Which is like the idea of the server was so that I was like a month's worth of like prepping and stuff like that, and then if it got hard and wrecked you like later, like okay, cool, that's fine. Like at least we had time to enjoy it. But they're complaining about how it was way too hard. I think if Carlos does it again, which this time I would join more constantly because, you know, I didn't have a computer before. Like I would be there, but their gripe was that it was way too hard and that Carlos would probably customize and make it a little better. Natalie was kind of saying that Tyler did it better than Carlos in terms of balance. But I don't know. I feel like because they're a couple, there's a little bit of a bias there, but we'll see. At the same time, Carlos didn't work on the mod for very long. He said he was gonna work on it for like literally a solid year straight, and he didn't do anything until the last minute. So, you know, what do you expect in terms of a result when you procrastinate so long? If you have time and commitment and the care to do it on time with a lot of expediency, you know, like you'll get a better result. Carlos doesn't understand that. He literally doesn't understand that. He does that with everything he does. He leaves the last minute. Yeah, like early September, but he launched it mid-October. But he had basically about a month to just work on it. And if they wanted like proper testing to make sure it was balanced, to make sure it works for like a full release basically of what he wants to do, which is what most, you know, gaming brands do, like he should have done it with more time. Falling asleep, Oito? Still fully awake? Oh goodness gracious. You drank more coffee again? You gonna drink my coffee? Coffee, coffee, coffee. So unfortunately, from last night, I had woken up at 8, like 48, I think it was, which is just I'm just letting my body do its thing, which is letting me rest for the 8 hours, which is really rare for me because I usually sleep about 6 hours to 7 at average. My body's essentially forcing that extra hour and so forth. So I do feel a little better, like in terms of energy, but it just sucks because it's throwing my whole morning routine off for painting, at least for 2 to 3 hours. And right now I'm only gonna get I still cough. Yeah, I was coughing a little earlier, and I don't feel sick at all. It's just dry throat. It's really dry over here at night. It is about to be flu season right now. They're already getting shots and stuff ready, vaccines. I need a monster? No, thank you. I'll let my body take its natural course. And considering like post-surgery, like I should be honestly taking care of my body so I can recover completely. I need to be sleeping more consistently and enough hours. Not pumping it full of caffeine. Roll. You rarely get sick, you're just built different. And they're going claiming you? Damn. I don't know, Nurgle seems to have a thing for me too. There you go. Clearing my throat. Sir, it's because you played Darktide. You're defeating the plague. You've grown in immunity. Emperor protects. Awa. Horn, on the other hand. Wow. Death upon me. I'm dying. Dead. You ever have like that moment where like water goes through your nose because you drank for no freaking reason? Like I just don't know how it went up my nose. From the world play world eaters. There's one person that does own world eaters, but he has the heresy version, which is like before they turned like fully chaotic. But no one's playing like the modern like new models of Corn. No one's also playing Necrons really, like official plastic Necrons. There was a guy who was playing like a 3D printed version of the army, which looked nothing like Necrons in all honesty. And he just dropped all his models, the 3D printed ones, and they all shattered like 2 weeks ago. Everyone felt so bad for the poor guy. But yeah. I'm gonna be honest. Abram's been telling me, I'm learning this from Abram, that you're kind of interested in doing Necrons and kind of getting into the game. I'm a little surprised. I thought you'd stay away from it like completely. And I'm not sure, so I'd rather just ask you since you're the one rumored to do so. But are you planning to play like with the group and stuff? Like, you join us on the days we go to hang out at the shop and play with some people, the friendly people there? I'm surprised. I'm excited, but I'm surprised. Before 40k, you want to try out Kill Team. Okay, cool. Cool. I will preface that yes, it's simple in the sense of like collecting, but people have the misconception that it's easier to remember and play. I'm gonna be honest with you, it's not easier to play because it takes just as long and it has a lot of keywords, just like the main game. But just so you know, we play this other game version of 40k because we're not playing official 40k rules. We're playing one-page rules, which is like an easier offset made rules for people who want like quicker games of 40k themed games, if that makes sense. That's what we're playing because 10th edition, they're kind of running into the ground. And a lot of the guys at the shop lost hope already that the edition was going to improve. And just like GW always does, they tend to ruin gold when they make it. So we're playing one-page rules. We have the rules. If you want me to send those, I already bought them. They have digital formats that GW doesn't do. So it's easy to teach people how to play that game. It's also model agnostic, which means you can bring just the proper size bases as long as the model looks relatively to that of the recommended size for the models. You can play with like almost anything. Okie dokes, man. So we thought you're really busy. You're drawing right now. don't have the model, just use a can for the cage head player. The robot can army. Just thinking of what I can ask. You're just vibing. That's good enough for me. Let us vibe together in this wonderful music. Let us imagine the world of Halo together. And look, we got the little swirly swirls again. I changed the color of the sleeping bags. Why? It was just too bright. I decided just to make it look more natural. Having played yesterday's, I had hung out with some friends. One of my friends specifically had a day off, and he had invited us over just to literally hang out. I suggested we can play some like Nerf rivals at his massive parents' yard, and he was too hesitant to ask because he was pretty sure his parents were gonna say like, yeah, no. But I asked, I was like, yo, we're gonna go outside and play if that's cool with in your property. We'll put everything away, you know, we'll be responsible and such. And they're like, heck yeah, like, I'm glad that you guys are gonna do something active. And I told them like, you see, like, it was all good. And then we did do that last night. We played, we set up a lot of barricades using foldable tables and such. It was so much fun. And I'm just exhausted. Hi, it's been a while. Hello, Biscuit. Saw your post about how you're doing the blue sky thing. What's blue sky? Never even heard of it. Never even heard of it. And how's it going in blue sky? How be that? Blue Sky is just basically Twitter X, but nice. I haven't seen any toxic posts in like 3 to 4 days. I've been on it now. Oh, that's nice. I'm gonna be honest. One of the biggest reasons I never even started up an X Twitter account was because of the toxicity I hear about people there. I did hear it's not a bad place to like post up your art and such, but the toxicity and the ambience that you get from it right away is a little off-putting, and the algorithm on there is whack. I heard you saying the whole algo thing for Insta was kind of just off already, and I was kind of wondering. I was like, you know what, like in terms of like the sake of platform, the only one that's ever garnered me any like attention from generally just the internet, the public internet, was here on YouTube, which is how I got both of you guys here, which is super wonderful. So I feel like YouTube isn't doing so bad. I gotta admit, in terms of just the time I haven't dedicated to do shorts and little video essays or how-tos on simple like painting stuff for what I do here, I think if I can hit that off, it would probably be better off for me. But when I heard the Blue Sky, I was like, you know what, like I'm totally open for like trying different things, but I'm not sure what that's primarily about, because you know how like a lot of people kind of moved over to Instagram when it first did kind of hit off for like their digital art and stuff, just art in general, I guess. Like that was pretty great, but I'm also hearing it's struggling now. Once platforms get bigger, it tends to follow that trend. You gotta get more creative and more consistent. Blue Sky's favorite place for artists, honestly. I can actually scroll and see art instead of sponsored posts of the most popular posts I have no interest in. So yeah, I'd suggest it. Interesting. I might look into it. I'm still a starting channel, so it goes either way for where I post my stuff. It's just like, probably no one's gonna see it, so it doesn't really matter where. Use like 0 hashtags in a post and like 5 people found it. Never know. It's true. It's true. The platform might be new enough to kind of just put these things out there. Maybe everyone gets a little bit of a spotlight, which is super cool. Anything helps. Anyway, how have I been? I've been doing pretty good. I've been tired, nonetheless. You've been ill? Oh, goodness gracious. You know, it's funny because I was just like, I've been coughing as of lately, but mostly because I have a dry throat from like how dry it is here in the desert region that I'm in. And it doesn't help when I wake up with a freaking dry throat. Like, no matter how much I drink water, it only kind of worsens it, right? So it's like, I know this doesn't sound terrible, but it's like, you know, when you kind of like put water on something that used to be kind of goopy, right? And like it reactivates the goopy goo, my saliva, and it's just the way I've been born. I'm a very dehydrated person just because I'm a massive person, but I drink water and it just makes my saliva thick, and I kind of cough on it and choke up on it, so I have to drink a lot of water. Oh no, you woke up with a sore throat and chills today. That's not a good sign. It's not a good sign. So you're not doing so hot. At least I'm doing alright. Just personal problems. The little things I can get over. And speaking of which, I'll take my sip of coffee. And my cup fell. My empty cup. Thank goodness. Yep. I'm overdue for a cold, to be honest. I don't really get one major illness a year, to the point everyone looks at me wondering, are you going to die? And I just shrug like, I don't know. Well, since you already know it's a once a year thing, I guess it's safe to say you're probably going to live through another. So you should probably be like, yes, this happens once a year. I know what's happening. Heck yeah. You know you're going to live. Or who knows, maybe it depends on how bad it gets, and you know it gets really bad. Because I think I go through the same process, I'm gonna be honest. It's one of those things where I get sick, I'd say about twice a year. Because it's always like the cold season for us over here. And then it's like the spring season with my allergies. The spring season kicks my butt because I'm very allergic to pollen and outside. Just outside. And right now we're entering our like winter period where it's finally barely getting cool, and not cold, cool. And it feels great to be outside. So yesterday, like I had said just a little earlier, I'm not sure if you caught on, but we were playing with like some Nerf rivals guns outside. Blasters, to be more precise, right? They're not guns. But it was lots of fun. Man, got that illness once at Disney World and just went, oh boy, time to die. I wore a mask and was dropped on cold meds. Doped on cold meds. Holy smokes. I was kind of curious. Like, I know you're doing the whole move to Blue Sky and such. And I really don't have a Twitter, so I haven't seen like much of your posting outside of just the stories on Instagram. But how often do you post? Like, do you have a consistency that you plan for? Or is it just whatever you feel like goes? All right, I'll see you at work, sir. Good luck on your Kriegs. Thank you, thank you. I just try to go for every day until I run out of backlogged art, or every other day if I feel like it. Interesting. But is it like a constant posting is what I'm trying to get at? Like, do you get to post something like updates and such? Are you on top of it in that kind of way? Or is it just one of those, I post a finished thing, I look for commissions, and that's it? Like, right now I have a really bad schedule because I kind of do it when I'm in the mood of painting kind of thing. Like I had mentioned before about my work, it's more about like if I want to sit down and paint, I'll just turn on the camera because it's that easy now to just sit down and paint because I already have all the programs essentially ready to go, and I can sit down and paint and just record it. You can. Lots of people post sketches and updates in the replies. Others just post only the finished stuff. It just depends on the person. Okay, so you're saying on others. I'm asking you in particular. Do you do the posts and such? Because like I said, I don't follow much on Twitter, so I don't know if you've been posting that stuff. Because you don't seem very how can I put it? You don't seem like you're posting constantly on Instagram, so I'm assuming I was like, oh, maybe she's posting on her Twitter, which, like I said, I don't have, so I'm oblivious to. I don't know, I keep calling it Twitter, but it's X now, right? But everyone knows it still. I just kind of post finished stuff. I haven't had any work in progresses to post yet, to be honest. For me, mostly finished stuff. Okay, cool. Yeah, it's like the same with me about my posts. If you see my Instagram, it's all like posts about like the finished work and such. It's really not updates and stuff. The most up-to-date stuff, I guess, it's just on here since you're watching me do it live. Until I don't feel like gelatinous cube from the illness. I also need to incorporate having to wake up and before I treat myself to these streams, because to me this is a treat. I enjoy doing this. I need to wake up earlier and get some exercise done after my surgery. Gotta really get that ball rolling too. I've been really procrastinating it because I'm so focused on working on this. Ah, yes, the music. Sorry, let me know. It's like, I don't know if you guys' YouTube does this, but it's just like, are you still listening? All right, let's put a repeat on that beautiful music. I just can't get enough of Halo right now. Music by Bits and Beats. They're playing it. And they're live all the time. If you ever want some of their music, it is free access. Free to use, free access, download, etc., etc. Plugging them in, because they're the ones that have been making this wonderful music for us to use. I could have swore I mentioned my surgery before. I had a hernia, an abdominal hernia. Supposedly, according to the doctor, it's one of the most common types, which is like almost probably guaranteed it was from birth. And ever since I've gained weight and been lifting a lot of heavy things at work, the hernia kind of pushed through the abdominal like inner skin layer and protruded through it. So like I had a hernia. That's what a hernia is. And I had to get that patched. And since I'm overweight, I was also recommended like, hey, you know, you could also get the gastric bypass, get into better fit shape, you know, avoid all the problems later like diabetes, you know, like a failing liver, such and such, you know, the typical as you get older problems. And they were saying that you can mitigate some of that because, you know, you've already activated your obesive genetics, so it's going to be an uphill battle for the rest of your life. And why not make it a little easier? Of course, I'm paraphrasing what they said. They gave me the long and rundown about it. I gave it a thought about a solid year. In all honesty, I've been thinking about it for a whole year, so it wasn't an impulsive thought because I was actually originally afraid of actually doing the surgery because I've had some family members have bad experiences. It so far has been really good in terms of like the effective method to lose the excess weight. I'm not a weak person, so like I'm not gonna have issues lifting and such. The problem is I've always overlifted, so I have to get back into a really light routine of consistently lifting light and getting the repetitions. But after the surgery, I needed to do more exercise, and I've done just the basic cleaning around the house, which doesn't count, going to work and walking and lifting objects all day, which in some degree helped me lose more weight, but it's still not like a designed method to actually grow muscles the way you're supposed to. You know, eat lots of protein, let the body rest as much as possible, and have a consistent strain on the body so that it grows muscle. Because I used to do a lot of sports in high school, so I know how it functions. Is that ever since I've done college and just recently like left college, it's been an uphill battle, just consistently having to do it on your own. You know, you always rather sit down and do your art than sit down and work on what's important. Yeah, I had a surgery. Sorry, this is news to you. I had surgery like about 3 months ago, which is quite a bit now, but considering like the things I'm supposed to be doing, it's pretty relatively new. Like I'm still consuming the vitamins and such that I need to on a daily basis so that I keep healthy. Because one of the problems about the surgery, since I did do the gastric bypass, I'm losing a lot of nutrients because it's consistently getting rid of it, right? So I have to be cautious about that too. I have to remember to take my medicine, my vitamins more particularly. I was pretty sure I mentioned my surgery multiple times before. You give me prayers from there always. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. The Krieg. The Krieg. Sorry, bring your thing in your stream. What do you mean? Bring the thing. What thing? You didn't bring anything different. It's all fine. Don't you stress about it. But yep. My surgery needs working on. I need to do that. It's a good thing to think about it. Don't let it go by without doing anything about it, so. I wanted the surgery, obviously. I wanted to fix a lot of the problems I face in the future, so I was excited to do it. In fact, it's one of the things that qualified me, because I worked on the, like, there was basically like a pre-test, think of it that way. They have you go on this insanely strict diet for about a month, and if you complete it, you know, the design was to be of a lot more like a downsizing of the liver, so that that way it was easier to access all the organs that needed to be worked on inside. And I passed that with flying colors. In fact, the doctor was very astonished I was able to pull it off the first time, because some people fail, and I was like, first try. I was so excited to get it done. And now that it's done, you know, the drive has been slowly but steadily kind of just going down, which is like the worst thing ever, because I do want to work on my weight. Because I'm all but muscle and fat. That's the honest truth. I'm not lean. It's so funny. To be more precise, if you guys seen Full Metal Alchemist, the father of the master of both Edward and Alphonse, the the lady, the sandal lady, like the husband, apparently a lot of my coworkers say I look like that dude. It's really funny. And it's funny, so it's like it's muscle and chunky, like not particularly lean and strong. But I've always wanted to be lean. So like I took the opportunity and I was like, yeah, let's do that. Not the father, the husband of the master for Edward, Elric, and Alphonse. It's from an anime. The Full Metal Alchemist. But if you saw that character, you'd know exactly what I'm talking about. Sig Curtis. I use my brain power to blah blah. Research, no worries. You saw a picture of me. Oh wait, though, so you know what you think. Again, my coworkers say that I look like him to some degree. Does the face kind of match? Can you kind of see it? But either way, the body physique, I will admit, I do have that kind of just like strong, bulky kind of physique. I'm a man who knows how to eat. A little too much, apparently. I do not deny it. I'm taking the illness manic and cleaning a bit. Found an unopened pack of those water bread thingies that you put on a mat. Breads with water and they stick together. I have no idea what you're talking about. What is that? Well, some people want that, and that is that right? Like me too. I want muscle. Oh, but yeah. Oh, you're saying that like people want to be the way I have my body physique? I wouldn't like the chunky part. No, honestly, it's always been an issue. Like fitting in certain things, like clothing, rides when we go out to like theme parks, especially clothing, because like I've been invited to like weddings and such. Parties, and I can't wear exactly like the nice lean clothing. I've always wanted to cosplay also like leaner characters. Not really possible. Aqua beads? I think that's the name. I don't even know what that is. What is that? What are those? And they stick together. No, I don't think I know what that is. I'm sorry. I'm just ignorant. Old kid's toy. I'm gonna see if they still work. It's been a few times that you've mentioned like older stuff. Might I ask what range you're in terms of age? Because I was under the impression you're not that much older than me. Because it sounds like about the same stuff that I used to know. Especially because like my mother would take me as a kid to these like swap meets, and they had like a bunch of those like Chinese like toys. And I used to love buying these like crappy toys when I was a kid. Something I'd like mess with for like a while and then just get rid of it. I'm only 21. I'll be 22 in December. I'm not that crusty yet. Holy smokes. All right. All right. So you just have an experience with these things. Interesting. Not that crusty yet. Like, I guess I'm crusty. Oh goodness gracious. Oh boy. Maybe you are crusty. Hmm. Crusty. Time to hold my breath. Ugh. Yeah, that's true. I am doing lots of new things, like the whole surgery, streaming my art on here, chatting to people on the internet, even though I'm not, I hear this term a lot. I'm not clinically online, is it? I'm not terminally online. There you go. That's the word I'm looking at. I was thinking about surgery wise, but I'm not terminally online. I don't live on the internet. I live in the real world quite often. I'm just deciding to kind of make the move on here since I don't do much socializing to begin with. It's mostly just work, health, focus on my home, art. Full circle. No social skills. I'm very quiet in person. I'm still getting accustomed to having to get on here and talk, I'm gonna be honest. Especially like when I'm like alone and I start off the streams and no one's here. Holy smokes, it's so awkward for me. Oh goodness gracious, I gotta start getting ready. Go. I'm gonna have to finish this, and I think that's going to be the end of it. I do plan to come back. I do have a few hours when I come back. Gotta run a few things today. No, not want to go. I have to go. I have things I have to do. Errands before said places close. They close awfully early. Because I have work later in the evening, I can't go before work. I have to do it now. And I wouldn't like leaving the stream on the BRB. It's gonna take at least an hour. I'd rather just restart the stream. Okay, well, that is going to have to be it for now. I have to get going as soon as possible. So, thank you again, everyone who's joined me for now. I will be coming back in about an hour and a half or so, probably. No, make it 2, actually. My bad. Make it about 2 hours. I'll be back and hopefully do a little bit more work because I really do want to continue on this. But till later, I'll be back, hopefully. Peace, peace.